From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Watching the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast.
Nerds podcast. Yes.
What's going on, nerds, and welcome to this week's episode of the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. We are talking about Alien vs. Predator from 2004, directed by the one, the only Paul W.S. Anderson, who also did the screenplay. But this is based off of Alien characters, Predator characters. It's by Jim Thomas and John Thomas, so the guys that brought you those movies as well. But hi, Ryan. This is a little bit of a different showing for you.
Yeah, I get to be the co-host today instead of the third wheel.
well, welcome for the one-day promotion.
Sweet.
Like a Make-A-Wish. It's like we're making...
All I've ever wanted to be... I'm the co-host on whenever we record wrestling, so...
No, you are the host. I just do the beginning stuff because you don't want to do the beginning stuff.
Gotcha.
But we did the Alien movies. We did the Predator movies. Hi, Paxton. Now it's time to mix the two.
The camera's on. I gotta stop crying.
Ryan, this has been one outside of the Predator movies. This one you've been looking forward to. Why is that?
I like this movie a lot. I was never really an Alien fan. I was a Predator fan. I liked the first one. The second one's okay. But
I mean, it's got Danny Glover in it.
Yeah, this is kind of like that niche 80s, 90s culture where you had like two stars of the same genre and everybody wanted them to face each other, whether it was Alien versus Predator, for years until I think the same year, if not very, very close, we finally got Freddy versus Jason in the horror realm, which was always talked about, especially since 1993 or 92 when the Final Friday comes out and it ends with Freddy grabbing Jason's mask and all that kind of stuff. That was always like talked about as kids. Like, we want to see Alien versus Predator. We want to see Freddy versus Jason. And then in the early 2000s, we finally got both of them. And this one didn't disappoint. Neither did Freddy versus Jason. So they definitely took their time and made sure that there was like limited plot holes on some things.
Yeah, and for everybody wondering, this movie came out in 2004, released August 13th, 2 days before my birthday. It has a 113-minute runtime for the PG-13, and then I think it's 120-something minutes for the like 18-plus version.
Yeah, it was 2 something for runtime, I think. Sorry.
Budget for this movie was $65 million, and it brought home $177.4 million.
Yeah, unrated was an hour 48. So yeah,
just a little bit longer.
Yep. Yeah, this is the highest grossing of either one of the franchises. For the times.
Do you think that's because they put two beloved franchises together?
Yeah, you're gonna get both. You're gonna get Predator fans. You're gonna get Alien fans. They're gonna want to see who's gonna come out on top.
Yeah, this was epic rap battle before epic rap battle.
True.
But before we get into us giving a review of the movie, see the image on your screen. You want to rep the podcast? The link is down in the description. Go buy some t-shirts. I have mine in the wash. Or hoodies. Or koozies. Cups. Blankets. We literally have almost anything. I know Ryan's probably due for another shirt or two.
Yeah.
Or a beanie.
Yeah, it's getting cold out.
I wish it would get colder faster.
No, actually, I'll probably get some. I really like on the graphic that far right. Nerds doing nerd things podcast tee. So that'll probably be one of my next ones.
Yeah, I have two of them. It also has it going from shoulder to shoulder in the back.
Nice. I love the cartoony lettering that you use now.
All right, Ryan. Well, let's before I hand off Paxton, let's talk about the domestic box office from last weekend, July 24th to 26th. The Odyssey comes home with the top spot once again, bringing home $90 million.
Are we shocked?
No. I'm also
No.
going to see it tomorrow night.
You're gonna go see it tomorrow night. I think I may go see it Sunday in the morning. I'm not 100% sure because I really do want to see it.
Like I was telling everybody else, it's a Christopher Nolan movie. Everybody who knows me knows I very much enjoy Christopher Nolan movies. It did pretty good from the week 1 to week 2 drop. Usually it's right around that 35% mark. It only went down 27.1% from week 1 to week 2.
Christopher Nolan, when he does these movies, he's the Ron Howard of this generation.
Yes.
with the ensemble cast that he puts together, and it makes it pretty interesting. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go Sunday to see this.
He also, when making this movie, produced it 100% with an IMAX camera,
That's
70 millimeter IMAX camera.
Um,
So if you have an IMAX near you, and you want to sit in those bucket seats and pay the little extra money to sit in a 6-story theater, go for it. Apparently, it looks absolutely gorgeous.
It's amazing the fact that that movie has been in the theaters for 2 weeks.
Yep.
And it's already more than half of what Toy Story was. It's been in the theaters since the beginning of the month.
Yeah, I have the numbers here. Moana 10.6 for a total of 102.6. That is a week drop of another 40%. First time in the weekend box office is Hadestown the Musical, 10.2. I gotta do more research into that. I don't really know what that is. It sounds like it's a musical. Then Toy Story 5, 10.1 with another week drop of 26.2. So it has that staying power, still being under that 35% mark. And it's Toy Story.
Yeah, but there's going to be people are still going to go flock and see that movie 3 or 4 times. But I feel like we're living in the early 2000s because aren't we getting a Shrek movie before too long?
Yeah, soon. And the animation is weird. And then Minions is staying within that top 5. 9.7 has that.
I'm sitting there reading it like Minions and Monsters. I'm like, what is that? And then it dawned on me what it was.
Yeah, and it's still 28.3. Still has that staying power, and it's brought home 155 million. So it's the movies that are in this top 5 have stayed in this top 5 for a while.
Well, there's not been. I mean, besides the Odyssey, which everybody was waiting for last week, there's not been any really big summer blockbusters in my opinion.
I mean, you got 2 Disney movies and 2 Universal movies, and then a Bleecker Street Media.
Yeah. I can't. That's the only reason that a live action Moana movie would still be number 2 because it's literally the same movie as the cartoon or as the CGI movie. But I mean, the biggest summer box office comes out in like 2 weeks. Shout out to my nephews when I have to take them to go see the Paw Patrol movie.
Oh, I was like, it comes out tonight. The movie that is probably going to upset the Odyssey
Spider-Man.
Next week is
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah. We'll probably take Grayson to see that.
I plan on taking my brother at some point next week. I try to stay away from going to see movies opening weekend. Because that's a lot of people.
For sure.
But yeah, Ryan, you ready to get into AVP?
Yeah. Let's rock and roll.
Let's rock and roll indeed. Movie starts out with the Wayward Industries finding this underground pyramid in Antarctica at an old whaling
Well,
boneyard.
first we get the flashback to 1904 first, right? Yeah.
I don't remember.
Where the guy's being chased from the
Oh
what
yeah,
he
yeah,
can't see.
Yep.
So we're in the whaling town. It's 1904 in Antarctica. He's running from something that he can't see, and then
This is where I jumped.
we see the invisible. We see the invisible.
The Predator.
The way they make Predator look with his cloak of
Yeah.
invincibility.
So everybody
then-
at home can still see them
And then AJ jumps out of his chair.
the minute the alien comes out of nowhere.
So
But come to find out with this movie, I wouldn't call it more of a horror movie. It's a suspense movie with horror elements, and it's a hunt versus prey movie with a lot of gore.
actually, if you think about it, and I've seen the movie multiple times, but this was the first time I thought about it. It kind of starts off in a way like it has that early Jurassic Park part of the movie where he goes
with all the
and
setup and then oh shit happens.
yeah, where he goes and he gets I think her name is Tiana. I can't remember, always mispronounce her name. But like when they go and he gets his group of people together to go on this voyage, it kind of reminds you of Jurassic Park where they go and get Rip, Grant, and the other scientists and everything. It kind of gave me that feel, but like, hey, he's getting everybody together before we go into this disaster of a plan that is Antarctica.
I mean, hey, it looked like it might have worked. Looked like the plan could have worked.
It could have worked. It could have.
And we find out that these humans are basically being set up for slaughter to produce these xenomorphs. As we find out about halfway through the movie, that they used humans to breed for xenomorphs so the predators can hunt them. The concept alone is very dangerous gamey, where they're setting themselves up to have 100-year hunt. Because that's what they said. Every century they'd come back. They'd sacrifice humans because they showed the humans how to make these pyramids. And they treated them like gods.
Which is really weird, but then again, it's Antarctica and there's nothing there, so
They could literally do what they want.
yeah. And nobody would ever know about it. I find it funny with the people that are in this movie with the different character realms. The guy from Italy that finds the Pepsi cap and he's like, this is a piece of historical artifacts. And it's like the people that were in there before you dropped their bottle cap. I do like that there's some names with the predators through this one. We get Lex, Scar, and or not Lex. Lex is the lead. It's Scar, Lion King, Scar, Selic, and Chopper. It's like, let's give them two stoic names and then let's give the goofy guy Chopper. You know, it's like the three hyenas from Lion King.
Yeah. Ed, Bonzane, Shenzi. There we go.
Yeah. Did you know that was his father, Ed? Uh-huh.
Ed.
The lead millionaire in this movie, he's well known.
Lance Henriksen.
Henriksen. Wow, that picture looks really bad. He's
He's
86 years old. Holy crap!
he was also in Detroit Become Human. It's a video game.
Yes, he's in a lot of things. I mean, I know him from this movie. I remember he's in a very good like C-rated horror movie called A Man's Best Friend.
Okay.
It's about a scientifically mutated dog that has like the claws of a jaguar, all this different thing. It's like a superhuman dog that they create in a lab, and he's like the main antagonist in the movie. It's a very funny cult classic horror movie to watch. And then of course he's in The Quick and the Dead, and he's in Powder, which is a great movie. He's one of those guys that's like you never think about, and then when you see him in a movie, you're like, oh, this is gonna be good. He's in it.
Yeah, he's just in this movie worried about his legacy and everything that he could.
Yeah, because he's got a terminally ill
Eh,
disease,
And that's why the predator doesn't kill him right away, because you could see all the cancer in his lungs.
yes,
And then he kind of sets it on fire. It's like, okay, fine.
the
You're
Predator
gonna-
is
you're
AI
gonna be
before
impaled.
AI.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
But Ryan, with everything that we've learned through this movie about the predators just using the xenomorphs to hunt, how do you feel like they use that story point to get to the alien versus predator? Because it's alien versus predator with people.
yeah,
It-
the people
it's
just
a
happen to be in
triangle.
the people just happen to be in the middle. It's like when there's two giant linemen coming together and that wide receiver steps in the middle. Like, oh no, like
Crunch.
the humans just step in the way, and it's like, well, there's gonna be some casualties on this one.
Actually, it's everybody but one person.
Yeah.
And she finds
Uh,
out that the enemy of my enemy could be my friend.
Yeah, I love when he makes the staff and shield for her with the head of the centipod. I think it's amazing.
I
It's
love how
funny.
I love how the predator explains it to her that
Yeah,
this will protect you from the acid.
yeah. One of my favorite scenes in this whole movie, and I like that they introduced like new things to the Predator to a point, like the net. I thought the net was a really cool feature in this movie. One with when he traps the guy originally, um, and then they kill him before the net closes all the way on him, but it starts cutting into him. And then I always thought it was so cool that when it hits the exopod on the head and it leaves that pattern and the greens coming through the alien's head. I always thought that was really cool. It's like one of the main things I remember from this movie. And then I watch it again and it's like, I forget I did really like this
I
movie.
love the fact that they
Um,
did that because then you're able to follow that xenomorph through the rest of the movie.
Yeah, then it's not all just the same ones. You're able to pick them apart. Kind of like with the same on that same aspect when the alien hits the shield of and marks the predator's helmet, you're able to follow along with that as well. Sebastian almost makes it through the whole movie, but unfortunately he has to meet his fate at the end and ends up being uh, a a carrier for the the face.
And she just shoots him straight in the face.
Yeah. So no, I mean you can't think of it that there's going to be a totally in-depth story with these movies. They're just fun movies, but this one made both the Alien and the Predator more fun to watch. The plaster cannon thing was pretty nice. It was pretty cool that they found the weapons, and then that's like literally what the predators are going after. Just there's humans in the way, and they take care of the humans to get to the guns. But it also makes like the predators kind of feel vulnerable in this movie to a point until they get them plaster cannon because the alien beats the hell out of them when they're first meeting back together, and of course the takes out that first predator, which I think was the Selleck.
I just the velocity of how these creatures attack in this movie is insane. Like, just by going through a couple of the scenes where the xenomorph is about to pounce, and out of nowhere the predator just reacts to it, and you just see the face just
Stop. Yeah.
it it
Well,
it brings a whole new different dynamic, and I like that because we've seen aliens versus humans and we've seen predators versus humans, but never together like we've been talking about. So now their heightened ability in this movie then has to show that they have to step it up to face each other, and I feel like that was portrayed very well in this movie, that the threat level is even higher, so your ability must be higher on both ends.
yeah. I mean, they both had those type kills. The predator to the alien one was probably the coolest one. You see the alien or the predator walking like down the hallway type deal, and you can see over his shoulder that there's a alien sitting above him getting ready to attack, and he goes to attack, and the predator just pulls the staff out, basically stabs him, and then takes his spiral blade, I guess is what you would kind of call that thing, makes a quick motion, and you're like, did he hit the alien? And then the front half of the alien's head falls off, and it's like, that was pretty cool.
How did you like the
Very-
aspect in the movie that they had the human kind of side with the predator?
I kind of didn't mind it. I mean, if you look at both characters of the predator and the alien, the predator is more human-like than the alien. So I kind of felt like there was going to be a way of making the communications work between the two of them. Not to mention I'm more of a predator guy. I think the predator is a badass looking
It's
person.
only because it's freaking Schwarzenegger and Jesse
Well, no,
Ventura.
Well, no. I'm talking about the predator, like the creature, the predator. I think the
okay.
predator creature is just a badass looking person, just an alien form, I guess, in a way.
What'd you think of them using teenagers? And this was like their rite of passage to become full adults in the predator society.
It works because that's like tribal work. That's the way tribes and stuff of that nature's worked
Tribal
for
combat.
centuries. Yeah, where you have to earn that right to be one of the lead people in the tribe and the adults of the tribe, and not just the adolescents that have to go fetch everything. So I like that. It's like this pyramid was like you said, is their training ground. So what better way to prove if you're worthy enough?
Training ground and breeding ground all in one.
Well, and I love the fact that even so, this is 2004. So what, 30 years later, they can still make things that the aliens doing just absolutely disgusting. Like the part where the queen alien is laying eggs looks so mortally wrong, and it's just like,
Makes me never want to watch a chicken do it.
yeah, it's like it's like an elephant trunk shooting a rock back out or something. It just does not look right in any way, shape, or form. It's got the right amount of slime and ooze to it that makes it uncomfortable to watch. And that's just the alien.
Thanks, Ryan. What did you think of how smart these xenomorphs are in this movie? Now, normally in the other movies that they're pack animals, but it feels like in this movie they've had to adapt to have some sort of kind of maybe even a hive mind, somebody like the queen maybe thinking for them. But
Yeah.
they're relatively smart. They bit the queen just to set her free with that acid so she can go raise some hell.
Yeah,
The minute she gets out, I thought that was Big Boss Battle, which it ends up being.
Yes. Yeah, they definitely made them more intelligent in this one than they did in the other ones, as far as, like you said, the acid cuts her free and all that kind of stuff. Um,
Reminds me of Shaquille O'Neal in one of the parody Saw movies.
wrong foot. I think I fell asleep right after that on that movie.
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I mean, if they're the ones, I don't know. I think that was just a add into this movie to make them a little bit more intelligent, um, to be able to do that kind of stuff. Because I mean, we didn't see that kind of stuff in the last movies.
No,
They would just kind of hide in the darkness and jump scare the shit out of you because
I
that's what you like.
I also love the fact that halfway through the movie, there's a possible throwaway moment where a face hugger gets a predator, but next time you see the predator, face hugger no there.
Yeah,
So you figured, oh, he just killed it, and then
yeah,
he dies. End of the movie, and then right before it cuts to credits,
yep. And you were like, I knew it. Like, eh. Yeah, that was a nice touch.
and I think that sets up the sequel.
Yes, the sequel is Alien versus Predator Requiem.
Requiem.
Requiem. Yeah, which I hear is not good. I've never watched it. I have it, but I've never watched it. I this one is this one's kind of a funny movie because box office wise, it's the highest grossing movie in either one of the forms. But like critic wise on like Rotten Tomatoes and stuff, I think it's the lowest.
Really?
So it has like a cult following to it that, again, you have both Alien and Predator fans wanting to see this movie that I'm pretty sure that if you look, I'm trying to look here. Yeah, like Rotten Tomatoes, it's a 21%.
On
So it
critic
averaged
or audience?
on critics. On critics. These are both critics readings. It's a 21% out of 406 or 146 critic reviews are positive, with an average of 4.3 out of 10. The consensus reads that the gore without scares and cardboard cutout characters make this clash of monsters a dull sit. I totally disagree with that.
Same. It's not about the humans. The humans are
Yeah.
just a vessel to portray the aliens and predators to us. You need people, at least in these kind of movies, to speak the language so we
Yeah.
understand what's going on.
Metacritic weighs in with an average score of 29 out of 100, with 21 critics scores, generally unfavorable reviews. Then there's an audience poll from CinemaScore that gives it an average grade of a B on an A plus to F scale. So see, the fans loved it, the critics hated it. So
And I think I'm not trying to toot our own horn with these things because I think it's something that we've done well, especially with the podcast, is we don't think scores as a critic. We go
Yeah.
in, we analyze the movie, but we also know how to separate the two.
yeah, we do that very well, I feel. But like this is reading it, I can't agree more with it. The FX creations and the graphics in this movie are amazing.
Yes.
They're very well put together. I mean, I see a lot of what they were complaining about is the movie was black on black in blackness, where it was too dark in some spots for parts of the movie.
I mean,
I
there's
mean,
reasons for that, for the special
yeah,
effects and the CGI.
what I'm thinking is like the aliens hiding in the back and coming in. That's expected. I mean, that's like the number one thing that the aliens do is
Yeah.
hiding around the corners in the darkness and jump scaring and all that kind of stuff.
So Ryan, I know we're hitting that 30-minute mark now talking about this movie, and what Is there anything else you want to hit before we close up shop and enjoy the rest of tonight and head towards the weekend to a wonderful, hopefully, SummerSlam?
No, I think I'm good. Unless you're messaging me something.
No, I was actually messaging my wife.
Yeah,
But
get
no,
the bed ready. I'm coming to take a nap.
but SummerSlam this weekend, Wrestling with Nerds will have an episode Sunday night.
That's true. And then, spoiler warning is getting pushed back to Monday.
Monday, where we're going to talk about episode 6 and episode 7 of House of the Dragon. Hopefully, Susie enjoyed her vacation with her family. We'll see her Monday night.
Hopefully, she looked like she was having fun.
Yeah, it looked like they were at an amusement park.
So, we only have what? We have 6 and 7, and then 8. So, 6, 7.
And yes, then 8. And I think the next HBO series that we cover should be The Last of Us. And then
Which should be another year or so.
Yeah, and then it's Welcome to Derry again, and then
Yeah, because shows now take 2 years to produce. It's ridiculous.
we got to figure out shows that we can, spoiler warning, that are on like TV.
We should do spoiler warnings for shows that have happened like years ago.
And it's not a spoiler. Then you get the dickhead that it's like you're reviewing a 30-year movie. Like,
Well,
hey,
but
spoiler.
You always hear about people when they're talking about a show and they're like, hey, spoiler warning. Like, it's only been 20 years since this show was on TV. Just in case you haven't seen it, this is what happened.
That was fun. I really much enjoyed this movie. Next on the docket, Ryan, I don't know if you're going to join us for it. But it's 2001's Planet of the Apes.
The Wahlberg one.
Yes.
Okay. I should be. I'm trying to be here for Planet of the Apes because at least the other three, because they are my favorite movies as a group probably of all time. I love the new ones. I watch them pretty religiously.
So, is there any sequential with the 01 and then the Rise of the Planet of the Apes, or are they two different styles of movies?
They're two different styles of movies. There was supposed to be sequels off of the Wahlberg one, but they just never did it.
Okay.
Which is a shame because they should have. Because the Wahlberg one is actually really good, and the plan was to basically redo the originals from the 60s and 70s with the Wahlberg characters, but they just never went anywhere.
But all right, everybody, thank you all for tuning in. Check out our merch store, buy some podcast and show merch. Link below. Ryan, thanks for being a co-host tonight.
No problem. It's kind of hard to make fun of you when I don't have Susie to bounce off of too, so you probably like it a lot more.
Ain't it great? You have to get on her level because she has no problem doing it when it's just her and myself.
I just let her do it.
All right, everybody, take care. Hit that like button, subscribe. We'll see you Sunday night. Enjoy SummerSlam.